beautiful day. I know we were waiting to get more people to join us, but because we're time conscious, we don't want to take the time of anyone, especially our beautiful facilitator this evening. So we're starting immediately. Could you please confirm if you can hear me? Please let me know. You can use an emoji or just a thumbs up to let me know that you can hear me. Good evening. Good to see your face. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm pleased to meet you. You know how it's funny. I didn't know you. I reached out from LinkedIn. I feel really honored and thank you so, so much. Thank you. This is what they say, women supporting women. This is really not taken for granted. So thank you so much. I would have loved for us to have more people join us, but no, I don't want to take the time. It's recorded. If we can download it properly, we can actually still put it on our YouTube channel and maybe on LinkedIn. I understand the fact that a lot of people are moving from work back home, and then for I'm in Abeokuta. For those of us in Abeokuta, um, whatever electric we're using has been showing us maximum shege. Um, so I'm permanently on inverter, and even that one like know how to manage it during the day, so at least I can sleep with fan at night. Uh, the weather has been very hot, and now I'm on band A, and even with band A, I get about 4 to 6 hours light in a day. It's that's mad, but yeah. So a couple of our guys had reached out. Some of them I can reach out to say, oh, gee, we're having issues and everything. But I'm sure more people will join us as we go. So thank you very much for joining us. I have someone else on the call. My sister from the US. She's joining us from the United States. So we'll just start now, and others will join us. The other speaker had said she's going to be joining us late because of time zone, time something. So their time moved by 1 hour
Yeah.
2 days ago. So because of that, what would have been 1 o'clock for her has become 12, and she was to do a 30 minutes meeting. So she'll be joining us any moment from now. So we're just going to start. Thank you very much. So, okay, someone is joining. So officially, let me just welcome you. I'll introduce myself. My name is Grace Oluwalola. I'm a co-founder. I always say I'm not the owner of the business. I'm a co-founder at Talent Expert Solutions. I have background in human resources management. I'm passionate about human resources management. I'm passionate about talent development. I want people to grow. I'm passionate about technology. I got the opportunity of working with tech company from 2022, and that has shaped a lot of things for me. So this is one part of life. This is one part of learning that I'm very, very passionate about. Growing women, giving women capacity. And when I see women doing great things, I don't take it for granted. So, Madam Bumi, I'm sure we'll still do much more together. So welcome, Olariwaju. Please, in the chat room, please let us know where you're joining us from. Let us know how to reach you because we want to connect with you even after today. So thank you very much for joining us. We'll go into the session right away, and our first speaker, as you know, is Mrs. Bumi Teru. I will quickly read our profile and then bring her up. Uh, you can see she's very beautiful. So Bumi Teru, she has 24 years experience. Bumi Teru is a seasoned IT transformation leader. She's a digital strategist and change management expert with over 24 years of experience driving large-scale digital innovation. She specializes in aligning digital strategy with tangible business outcomes. Our professional experience is in our professional experience, she's she has a strategy experience in strategic leadership. So she spearheads multi-million dollar when I grow up, I want to be like you. She spearheads multi-million-dollar digital initiatives across fintech, banking, insurance, and telecoms. Portfolio management. She has overseen transformational portfolios, ensuring seamless integration of business processes with digital capabilities from initial concept to board approval. And for consultancy and innovation, we provide expert consultancy for fintech startups specializing in business process reengineering, BRP, and the development of operational procedures for the millennial workplace. Um, for talent development, she leads technical talent management, outsourcing, and the design of tech camps and internship programs. Bumi has certifications in IT transformation, human capital development, digital strategy, and technical. In talent management, Bumi has certification in business process engineering, change management, and project portfolio strategy and industry focus. She's certified to practice in fintech, digital marketing, telecommunications, and insurance. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me our first speaker this evening, Bumi Tero. How do we clap? Okay, let's use the emoji to clap. Over to you, madam. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. Anytime they're reading my profile, I'm like, let's just summarize this because, like you said, 24 years is a great time. A 24-year-old man or woman, is already working out of the university and working. So you should know the amount of work that has been put into building that profile. I'm happy to be here. I remember when you sent me the message on LinkedIn and you said, and I said, if it's women, just count me in, send me the invites. And every year I'm always happy adding into, our own gender community because for some people we're inspiration to them, for some of the younger ones coming on board. They want to see women who have walked that journey before. They want to see women who've balanced the home front. They want to see women who have been in board meetings, also, struggling it out at the board meeting. You know how it can be. They want to hear women who have made an impact so that they know they're not lonely on that journey. And together, like we always say, women supporting women. So I'm happy to be here. And I particularly love the theme of this year, International Women's Day. And I love the fact that you are particular about women of color because I tell you, we're a peculiar breed because we are coming from a different continent where our African heritage, I would not say it's like a disadvantage to us. It's shields us to forge ahead, we're coming from a continent where women were not heard before. We're coming from a continent that, women are not supposed to be in some places, but, we're happy that this is the best time to be alive. And I'm telling the younger generation that you have all it takes to do everything. If I take you back how many years ago when I started my tech career, I was particularly the only female against 22 men in the department. So you can imagine how it was. The lady of, in fact, they used to call me our queen. So I took on so many roles as like the mother in the department. My guys are hungry. They need to go to site. Bumi, what are you going to do? Help us to look for food. So I was taking my motherly role from the house into the workplace, not because I wanted to, but because my gender permitted me to, taking those things naturally. And guess what? They have been the advantage for me. So for many women who are thinking, is she married? Does she have a home? And that's always the challenge with women. How do we balance all this? So it's going to be a quick 20-minute session. And can I share my screen? Am I permitted to?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes,
Please let me know when you can see my screen.
Okay. Yes, we can see your screen now, ma'am.
But fantastic. I was particular when I was doing this. I also wanted all my personas to reflect women of color, like you have,
Yeah,
specified. And I'm
yeah.
happy to be part of this. Okay.
Thank you.
So this
Thank
is
you.
like empowering women, generally. So let's first started with the digital divide and the opportunity gap. Um, Today's world is without technology. I don't think anyone would be able to be relevant. By 2030, the next set of illiterates that would have would not be the illiterates who did not go to school. They're the illiterates who cannot use technology to forge ahead. So I'm an advocate, like I said, I'm a tech enthusiast, and I'm really, really on about, encouraging women to also take this on. Like we always say, when you train a woman, you're training a whole nation. You know how it can be. Training starts from the home, from the lessons that we do with the children, from homework. Your ability to use technology to make things faster in today's world is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. Do you understand? It's your ability to be relevant in the next generation. So the digital divide and the opportunity gap, 28.2% global STEM representation of women of color. We're coming from a background where we think women should only do roles that make them only visible at the home front. When you say engineering, I remember those days when I tell someone I did engineering, you, an engineer, it's so strange. But if I had said I was a nurse, there are some courses that, very easy, like they would say, but I can tell you that nursing is not even as easy as the way people think it is. There's no course that is easy, you know, but it was strange those days. And you can still see we're still trying to encourage more women, global representation. This is it. But in terms of Africa, there's something that Africa is doing now. Have you noticed? Africa is trying to showcase themselves to the world. Africa is the new bride. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Even with
Yes.
a list of people who have, this our jackpot syndrome, we've gone to different parts of the world. African women are doing and defying all odds. So I'm not shocked at 47% of STEM graduates from Africa globally is 47%. Can you imagine that? So
That's incredible.
majority of the African STEM graduates are coming where? From Africa. In Africa, you just have to go to school. It's like a crime not to go to school now. So, but in the Western world, they are fine with secondary school, high school, and they can start to chase entrepreneurship. We do not have that luxury. So, in an average African home now, you'll find everybody, there's like a graduate in an African home. So, I'm happy about this statistics to let us know that yes, there's hope for us. Then in terms of women, they are at the forefront now. You know, we all know that everyone wants to be relevant. Everyone wants to be, ahead of competition. And definitely we also want to, do what our peers are doing. So we are not left out. So I also did a little percentage, 9% of this is on cybersecurity, that tells us that anything that has to do with the internet, we've got professionals in this field coming from Africa. So, like I said, Africa is a new bride. I'm happy to be part of this. I'm happy to be an African. And I can tell you that we've also made so many strides from Africa. There's something happening in Kenya now. Kenya is like the new African hub. For those who do not know, Nigeria was the beginning of tech hubs in Africa. From Andela in 2016, 2017, Nigeria was at the forefront. Nigeria opened Africa up. So for those who are thinking, what has Nigeria done to them? Nigeria gave the African, put Africa on the map in terms of technical talents. And I'm happy to be part of those technical talents. So you see, so why are we talking about this? there are lots of initiatives that focuses on having women to be part of STEM roles. So we have different initiatives like Africa Code Week, She Code Africa, Women Tech Stars, Tech for Devs. Then we also, in my company, we also run what we call the Tech for Non-Dev. What does that mean? We are not focused on, technology that regards coding alone. What about the non-coding aspect of technology that, I have been part of for many, many years? So I love the fact that, technology is giving us a mix of the pure technical and non-technical aspects of technology. People will wonder, yes, so you have roles like product management, you have roles like project management, business analyst, you have roles like quality assurance. It doesn't require, so we are telling people that there's room for all in technology. So do we have spotlights in Africa? Oh, yes. Co-founder of Piggyverse is led by a woman. Tunisia, Nadia Nohari, she's the co-founder of Paymaster. You can see all these payment platforms being run by women. So what does that tell you? If they can do it, definitely any other person, any other female can do it. We also have another person in Kenya. So if you go to different countries, there are women leading different fantastic companies. And I can tell you that, I run an edtech company. My role is to ensure that we make tech talent ready for the workplace. So what do? We do not just say come for training. We've got intervention programs like internships, extended internships, where you work on live projects with different companies as an intern. And I can tell you by the time you are done with your 1-year program, it's very easy for you to get a good job, settle in. One of the things we've seen, the gaps we've seen in Africa is that, we quickly run for certification. And guess what? When you go for some interviews, you are asked real life scenario questions. This has been the major gap. Nobody wants to hire a rookie. Nobody wants to give a rookie the network of a company to say you are learning. That will not happen. But how do you still get to learn? We encourage people to go for internships. We encourage people to go for, volunteer. It's a lot easier for someone like me to recommend you. Like I have 6 positions now, and they're telling me, Bumi, I don't want to run an interview. Recommend someone for project management, a senior PM. I need someone with AI transformation skills. And guess what? The gender they're asking for, give me a female project manager. Why do you think so? Because it's natural for women to coordinate activities. There are certain jobs that I always encourage women to do, and because it also allows them to balance at the home front. I've been working remotely since COVID. We have not returned in my office till now. We still do 95% remote. The 5% is where we have offsite trainings in a client's place. That's where we get to see. My team and I see twice a year where we have our mid-year strategic session for 1 week. And that's all. Till December again, we meet again. So majority of my colleagues are female. Why? It allows them to take their children to work in the morning. We resume at 9 a.m. So we've been able to put things in place to help women balance in technology. Why are we starting work at 8 o'clock when we work remotely? Can these women just take their children to school in the morning? They are back by like 8:30. They've taken their bath. By 9 a.m., they log in and they were all there. Do you understand? By 3 o'clock, they ask for their 1-hour break. They go and pick their children in school. So based on that, we've had a longer retention plan for the team. It's difficult for someone to say we want to resign because when they look at how convenient it is for them to balance. So these are the kind of initiatives, and that's why I encourage women to come into technology, understand the rudiments, be a professional, earn good money, and guess what? You are also contributing to the economy. So what are we doing? We're breaking barriers. There are lots of opportunities. You know, in South Africa now, they're breaking barriers in cybersecurity. They are like fantastic companies. I saw recently now a company just got a funding. You know, part of the co-founder is female. Do you understand? So we are not limited by anything. And what I tell my people is you are actually a global candidate. There's nothing like I'm competing with Nigerians. No, you're competing with everybody all over the world. You're competing with an Amanda who is in Switzerland. You're competing with Shirley who is in Sweden. You're competing with an Amaka who is seated where? In Anambra State in Nigeria. You're competing with Ungoli who is in Kenya. The world has given us the internet. And guess what? We are all candidates of the world. So long before now, we used to say, oh, we're competing with other Nigerians. But no, we're now competing with people all over the world. I'm seated in my home country in Nigeria, and I've got contracts with clients in US, in Canada, and in the UK. I run a global academy, and I've got customers in UK, from Senegal, from Sierra Leone, you know, who saw the advert, who came for the webinar, and boom, they've applied for any of our courses. So we're no longer restricted. We're no longer, you know, there's no limit to how we can move. You know, everything starts and ends with you. You are the driving force to get to wherever you want to be. So it's the best time to be alive. I always tell anywhere I go to speak, and I say, the world is in your palms. Do you understand me? Not because I'm in Nigeria. No, you are competing with everyone. And the imposter syndrome that Africans usually have, thinking, oh, because of our background. I do not think so. I've worked with international companies that I can tell you that they don't even know better than we do. I can tell you that we are even far ahead of most of these countries you do not know. The effort you put in into what you want to learn is what makes you ahead of your peers. You know, when I speak, people ask me, have you stayed in Nigeria all your life? Are you sure you never schooled? You know, I just smile. Born and bred up in Lagos, Nigeria. All the exams I wrote, international exams, I paid in dollars, but I paid them with my Naira. So guess what? My Naira funded many things. So for those who are thinking that being a Nigerian is a disadvantage, I would say no. Join many communities. I volunteer. I started off a training company just from boredom. And guess what? It's a multi-Naira company now, standing on its own, training, just training. You know, I love to take tutorial classes then. And guess what? I took my passion to the professional level. You know, I joined CIPM Nigeria. They're already asking me to be a fellow now in CIPM. I joined Nigerian Institute of Training and Development. So don't settle to be a mediocre in whichever, you know, career path you've taken. So I'm both a tech enthusiast, I'm a HR professional. I'm not just saying it by practice, I'm also saying it because I'm certified. So you see, how have I been able to merge all this? Yes, I am also married. For those who are wondering, is she married? Does she run a home? I don't think so. This is almost 22 years being married. Do you understand? I've got children. My first child is in the university. You know, we say this so that we let other younger women who know, you know, you can't have it all. I hear it all the time. Yes, you might not have it perfect, is what I say, but you can have it all. Don't let anybody discourage you. So go for everything you need. Are you going to spend time, you know, like, you know, the good books would always say, study to show thyself approved. Do you understand? Take out time. It was a 10-year project for me in building myself to become the consultant I am today. I know of many times I ought to have used the money to travel out. Do you understand? I never did. I'll use that money to pay for a professional exam. I was investing in that future. It's called delayed gratification. Sometimes my friends will wonder, What's she doing now? Bumi is so quiet. Yes, she's building her future. Pick a path. Understand what you can do. Look for mentors. Follow them on LinkedIn. Ask them if they have special projects they're working on. They can put you on it. In Nigeria, we have Chinazo Vivian Kalu, transformational leader within the IT and telecoms. You know, I had worked in the then Etisalat, Nigeria. I was always in between Abu Dhabi and Nigeria those days when I was working as a project manager. I had led many transformational projects. Etisalat was in 17 countries all over the world. I was working on many of those projects. Did I have a home I was running? Oh, yes. It's partnership with my husband. So you see, you also need to put in the work. When he saw the amount of commitment I put on that journey, he knew that I was on about something. Do you understand? Was it easy? Oh, no, don't let any motivational speaker come to give you perspire to. Oh, no. Did I fail some exams? Thank you. I did. But failure taught me many things. Failure taught me resilience. So that I'm not coming here to let you know, oh, I was a first class student. That's why. Oh, no, that's not true. The same effort you're going to put in, it's going to be rough. But I tell you that, you know, that journey is worth it anytime I look back. Would I do that over and over again? Oh, fantastic, I will. So I'm currently a co-founder with a company that is focusing on digital literacy for children in Nigeria and Africa now, Wi-Fi Combat. And I can tell you that, you know, the transformation is ongoing now. We want to ensure that we have 1 million children digital literate by 2027, the end of 20, that's the vision now. So when she met with me, I do the one for the workplace, and she said she has something for children. Bumi, I love the same vision. Would you come on board? And guess what? I was offered to be a co-founder. So you see, you must have something you're doing before the opportunities would come. You must build yourself. Did it challenge me? Oh, yes, then it did many times. Do you understand? Many, many times. Beyond Africa, do I do projects outside of Africa? A lot. Do I have clients? A lot. Do we earn in hard currency? Oh, yes. So for those of you who are thinking, oh, maybe, you know, she doesn't have clients. No, like I told you, the world is at your palms now. But you must be able to have what it takes. You know, I've got profiles for 5 different careers in my 24 years. I did not just sit as an IT project manager, you know, a tech person and sit down in one place. No, I was involved in multiple departments. When I hear, oh, the HR is embarking on a transformation, who in the, you know, IT as a project manager would want to lead that initiative, I would raise my hand. Some of my friends used to call me Oversabi. And now Oversabi is running her own company. Most of them are out of jobs now. So you see, the next year you hear, oh, there's an initiative from procurement department. Who wants to be part of it? Oh, yes. Can you add my name? How many of you would do that? Ah, she likes work. I've never heard, oh, work would not kill like my mother. It's the lack of work because you have nothing to do. That's when you do other activities. The following year, sales department. The company is embarking on a company-wide. Who wants to lead the initiative? Can you add my name? Until I didn't know one of those projects was going to be overseen by the CEO of the company. It was like an MBA masterclass without paying for it. I was in School of Harvard through my CEO without paying a kobo. How did that stretch me? It stretched me a lot. I learned how to do research. They'll make some comments in those meetings and I'll just go like, what are they saying? What does this mean? And those days we were using BlackBerry, you know, with the knob. So I'll roll the knob and I'll be Googling it. What does this mean? You know, how does it affect my, I was learning many things on the spot. So we are in an era where technology even changes like every second. As at 6 months ago, you know, Grok and ChatGPT were the leaders. Guess what? This March, Claude AI is ahead of all of them. Have you noticed? Everywhere you go now, Cloud AI can do this. I have a 5-hour training on Cloud AI this Saturday that are booked. That's how we are ahead of many things. 2 years ago, I paid for AI courses for 3 straight months, every day 2 hours. My team members were looking at people in our AI class, this AI. Guess what? I had a training with each team member, my human resource team in charge of talent, recruitment. I put them in AI training. Everything they were doing in that department, I showed them how AI could make their job a lot easier. So the academy team, I put them in a training again, same thing. I ran the entire, the digital marketing team is what we're now focused on, because visibility is also everything. Is the currency of today. And I said, we have to do something. We're starting the social media one now. And I said, we need to automate everything. So this is how you challenge yourself. It's been, knowledge gives you that edge. So there's huge money for those who are thinking of becoming trainers in technology. EdTech is becoming a very big industry for women who are thinking, oh, my children are too small now. You can become trainers. I am actually registered in 10 training companies in Nigeria. You see, that portfolio in a year fetches me almost a certain amount of money. I don't want to mention it here. 10 companies hiring me. I get bookings every month and I say, hold on, let me check my calendar. Okay, I'm free this week. Please, can we move the training this week? 10 different companies have my profile in Nigeria, using my profile to get many gigs, and they must involve me. So what are you doing? I want to challenge you today, women of color. In fact, because we are Nigerians, our kind of tonation allows, our English is very clear. Have you noticed? Anytime I'm in a forum where I'm giving a speech, people will tell me I can hear every word. So go and learn your communication skills very well. Go and learn how to pronounce very well. Go and look at the courses you think you can take. Because guess what? The next generation need lots of mentors, and that's what is missing in today's world. So I earn money by being a trainer. I earn money by being, a quality expert. I earn money by, different careers, HR. So I'm here to encourage everyone that what you have learned in school is just a foundation. Pick up different areas. There's cyber security, there's product management, there's project management, there's business analysis. Do you understand? There's AI, there's robotics. Pick an area that you think would work well for you. And I'll say, think of how you can teach it. With today's world now, you can pick up your own Facebook Live and you can start to take these courses one after the other. People would view you. And before you know it, people start to book you for different sessions. Oh, please, ma'am. Speaking engagements, I earn money with that. People would call you to say, we've got a tech program. We want you to come and speak. And I send them my rate card. And they say, okay, madam, for 1 hour, we'll be able to pay you this amount. So you see, nothing is to be wasted now. You are in an era where you have clear visibility, you have people around you, you've got LinkedIn as a platform where you can follow the best people. I got to know Grace just how many days? We're just seeing ourselves for the first time. Do you understand? She just came to my DM and said, oh, she wanted me to, I said, if it's women, count me in. We want more women to be in charge. We know that the world will be a better place when we have more women in charge of many things. Why? Women are for standards. Women are for quality. Women would ensure that those things are seen through to the end. Do you understand? Women need mentors. We need more mentors. What we see in today's world is we have mentors, I think, in the entertainment space. We need to build a community to help the next generation. Are you going to be part of that community? As far as it's women, I offer my services free. That's what I usually do. As far as it's women, we're giving back to the community. So, but in terms of developing yourself, yes, you are going to develop yourself. Nobody wants to, you can't give from an empty cup. Innovation knows no bounds, like I told you. Women of color, we are resilient, we're strong. So there's nothing stopping us. The only thing stopping us is you, what you tell yourself. So I've given you examples of women globally doing so many things. You can do the same. For those who are thinking they had a third class. So in fact, I love those type of people because there's a way that I turn them around and I make them know that the person who had a third class did not know better. If you now know better, you will do better than the people that had a first class. Yes. My daughter didn't used to be very good in mathematics, and that was when I pulled out of paid employment. I sat with her for 2 academic sessions, and maths is her best course now. In fact, she tells her teachers that when I get home, my mommy will teach me. Are you that type of mommy? Let's leave all the distraction in today's world, though. Social media would always be there. In fact, I don't watch TV. My phone is enough. My laptop is everything that I do. Netflix, everything is on my laptop. I'm a movie freak. You understand? But I have time for everything. So when I started my AI class, I closed my calendar. Even when customers come and say, oh, sorry, I'm not available at this time. Can we move the meeting? Yes. You cannot give from an empty cup. You can't give what you don't have. So I went back to classroom for 3 straight months. And guess what? My team is they're doing wonders now. In fact, they will tell me, oh, Bumi, I've rebranded the JD. I've sent it to the customer. The customer has approved. JD, with ChatGPT, with Copilot, they don't need to disturb themselves. We have a huge database of many things. The clients are always saying, I love the fact that you guys even create the JDs for us. Just give us a brief of what you want. We'll spin it up. In 1 hour, my team will send it to you and you'll be wondering, oh, they are so efficient. They're so fast. Oh, yes, that's what technology is meant to help us to do. Help us to solve problems. Proposals. There's so many analysis that we do now. It's limitless. Innovation knows no bounds. The future is inclusive. No one is, differentiating if we have color or we don't have color. It is about what you can deliver. So if more women are thinking of the home front, I would encourage you to go into the edtech space, educational technology. Lots of training programs. People are looking for program coordinators. Targeted education and skill development is in high demand. It gives you flexibility to be able to manage the home front and also manage your career. I know this is one of the greatest challenge for women, how I'm nursing babies and also working. I raised 2 babies in my own 15 years before I left paid employment. Oh, yes. Are there tips that I can give to you? Add me on LinkedIn. I can share so many tips with you. Addressing funding gaps. Some women will say, oh, I'm not working. How do I raise that money? Do you understand? Through volunteers, there are certain things I could say, oh, I have a 3-month program. Could you help me to create some documents and all that? And I can pay you. And you can use that to pay for some exams. I tell you. Promoting leadership. I love what Grace is doing. Grace, well done. At least you're building a community where you're putting women together. I have a role now. They're looking for a C-suit and they're telling me, Bumi, I need a female. And I've been searching. I want a female. Do you understand? There are jobs that will demand traveling. Women cannot take some of them. So are there jobs that, gives you flexibility of the home front? Oh, yes. Why am I talking about balancing the home and work? Because in my years of career of talent management, I've seen so many women turn down fantastic job offers because of the home. And what have I seen? Technology has given now that springboard. It's like a springboard. I can work from anywhere in the world. Like I said, my team and I, this is 6 years running. We've not returned back to the office. Like they're saying, everybody come back. No, we plan even trainings for a client from the home. We go and do our visibility. One day, go there, go and check what the client has, then do your reports. And then, buy everything we need to do for training. We move. We implement, everybody works from home again. So mentorship and community is that area that I'm interested in. I want to see more women of color there, helping the next generation. In the next 10 years now, we'll be, retirement will just come in and say, hey, I am here. And so the next 10 years of my life now, I'm already saying I want to mentor more women. So by the time we are retiring and just overseeing the company that we have women that we have built. We have people that are in different places, sorting us out in other areas, because guess what? The years will just go by. You wake up, you sleep, and 30 years is here. You understand? So what are we giving the next generation? So a world is transformed when women are unstoppable, especially for women of color. We've got the strength, we're resilient, and guess what? And there's one spirit with us as Nigerians, Abi. Nigerians know they agree. We're everywhere. You see that part of us, it's a unique skill. But are we, using that skill, that thing as an advantage to us? We should be able. The entertainment industry is doing so well, and I tell you, but I also want to see more women unlocking, in charge of technology, doing wonders. And, I'm here if you need my support and mentoring into the world of technology. So what are we doing as women? What are we giving for the next community? So like this year's theme, I love what we're doing here. We're here to give back. We're here to mentor people on the new generation. There are certain things between the old generation and the new generation has come to stay. Put in the work. Have your network of people, volunteer, and then, go and enroll for those courses. Study to show thyself approved. From what you're doing, somebody would come for you. You think it is free. I know there are people here who are already going to check me up on LinkedIn and who say, oh, my company is trying to do this. Bumi, I think your company should be able to do it. This is how opportunities are unlocked. No opportunity is coming to your house to knock on your door. It is by putting in the work. So what work are you putting into the next generation? So thank you so much for the opportunity. And I'm ready to be a mentor for anyone who is ready. Thank you.
Wow, that was a brilliant one. Thank you so much, Lumi. Thank you so, so, so much. You see, when you were talking, I was just smiling because I'm like, oh, where has this woman been all my life? This should be my partner. We should be doing things together because I found out that a lot of things are lying. I'm a project manager, I'm an HR person, a level executive, and having to do everything, managing a company and then managing my own company, and then the passion for women, the passion for girls, the passion for youth. For me, it's employability. I just want everybody to be hired. I want everybody to have the opportunity. So thank you very much. Oh, someone said we look alike. Yeah, and we're meeting for the first time. And so thank you. Really, really thank you. And I'm sure I'm going to bring you back one of these days. There's a discussion I want us to have with women. We'll make more publicity and look for a time that will be more suitable. We're going to talk about working from home. I've been working from home for a while. I work from home. Um, there's something we still need to talk about working from home, the mental health part of it,
Yes.
coping with emotion and everything. Because I was telling someone, I found out I don't leave home for a whole week. I won't come out because I'm just busy, busy. Wake up in the
I've
morning,
done 6 months
maybe.
without leaving my house. 6 months.
Yeah, so it's now consciously I take a walk in the morning, come back, have a shower, and that's it for the day. So at the gates, when they're like, "Oh, you're around?" Yes, I'm around. That's my estate gate. Oh, you are in town? Yes, I'm in town. And then I get in. Now I've always been an internal person, like to stay in my corner, but I think we need to have that discussion, but ladies and gentlemen, I know we have a gentleman on the call. Let's just put our hands together. Let's use the emoji to say, well done to Bumi. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, you need a mentor, please look for Bumi online. And I'm sure we're still going to be doing a lot of things together with Bumi. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so someone sent something. Please share with me, Mr. Ra, please share it with me on WhatsApp quickly. Thank you. So thank you very much. I don't know if anybody has any question before we go to the next speaker. Any question from anyone before we go to the next speaker? If you have a question, you can just unmute yourself or raise your hand, and then we can yield the mic to you so that you can speak before we go to the next speaker. Interesting thing is, our next speaker, I haven't met her physically, but I've attended her class. She's Dr. Temitope Okesheyin. She's when you talk about AI, when you talk about a woman who is doing a lot of things in AI, tech, I envy her sometimes, even though envy is not a fruit of the spirit. So we're just so glad. It pains me that we don't have as many people as possible, but I understand a few things going on with people, and I'm glad we're recording this so we can share with people after this. They can also learn, so that when we're having the next one, people will rush. They will rush. And then I found out something. One of the reasons why a lot of people also didn't join, a lot of people within our network, was because we said women. So the gentlemen felt it's a woman's thing. No, it's so I think next time, but it's our month. It's our month. It's Women's Month. We're happy to be in March. March is our month. We're Mother's Day, Women's Day, Girlfriend Day, everything. Women, because we're very unique people. And thank God for women who are doing wonderfully well in the business world. When you were showing those women, I particularly always look up to women who are doing very well, who are taking territories. I have so many of them that I look up to. Growing up, Oprah Winfrey was my idol because I just like her. And because, growing up, I wanted to be either a journalist, a broadcaster, or an actress. The actress part of it, I didn't have the boldness to say it at home, but of course, the broadcast part of it. And I will always follow up. And then then Moabudu, I just love what she's doing in entertainment. And of course, what's this lady's name now? Uh, this one that wrote King of Boys, the producer of King of Boys.
Kemi Adetiba, my babe.
Kemi, oh Jesus.
Fantastic
I don't know
woman.
what planet that woman operates from.
No, she's not in this planet. She's not.
I don't know, because the way she
Very
writes, the way she
audacious,
sings,
very
too
audacious.
audacious. But we need more audacious women. Chimamanda, I read all her books back to back. Everything, because that's another thing. So when women, and growing up, I grew up in a kind of environment where you're groomed for marriage, not groomed for being something. So you are supposed to be subservient. But we're not saying, we're not looking for equality with men. We're not doing gender equality. But we're saying, even though we're supposed to be the weaker sex, we can make something out of our life. I like the fact that
we
you
want
said
to fulfill destiny too.
exactly the fact that you said you took charge of your child's mathematics. If it was me, that child will fail because I don't even know mathematics. But you know it graciously, and you took control of it. Maybe if it's English, I will do better. You understand? But we're making the difference. We're no longer growing up. Okay, there's something we used to say growing up, that when they say women education ends in the kitchen, and I will always say there are kitchens and there are kitchens. There's small kitchen with camp gas. There's kitchen with stove. There's kitchen that is fully equipped with AC, everything.
And with a chef to also in that kitchen.
And with
Have you
a
seen that
chef
one too?
who says
Oh,
I must cook.
exactly.
An executive, I should just come back with my briefcase. Okay, if I'm working from home, come out from the study. Hi, what are you cooking? Please make me smoothie, and then go back. And you work. The thing will be flowing. Thank you so much. Really, thank you very much. And we hope to connect more. We hope to connect more. Now I've inherited a sister. So interesting thing, my younger sister is Bumi. So and so you're my sister again from another mother. Thank you very much for your session. I know you said you want to go, but if you can please still stay on, we'll appreciate it. Without taking our
Yeah,
time,
yeah. I want to hear
I'll
Dr. Temitope. I'm interested in that AI journey.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so I'll be here listening.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to introduce our second speaker. Hey, drum roll, bang, 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 bang. Okay, our second speaker is Dr. Temitope Okese. She's a distinguished HR tech specialist, an AI strategist, and global talent consultant who sits at the intersection of human resources, technology, and the future of work. She's a recognized thought leader and an official member of the Forbes Coaches Council. She's also among the top 1% of global talent on Upwork as an expert vetted professional. Widely respected for expertise in HR technology, talent acquisition, and career development. As the founder and CEO of Outnovately, Temitope is pioneering workplace intelligence and HR tech innovation through Outnovately AI, a growing suite of 18 AI-powered tools designed to streamline HR processes, empower career professionals, and help small businesses operate with the efficiency of large teams. From job description generation and policy drafting to resume optimization and ATS scoring, our AI solutions are redefining how organizations and individuals approach talent and career management. In addition, Temitope is the visionary behind the University of Freelancing. Trust me, I'm an alumnus of University of Freelancing, a first of its kind platform dedicated to equipping professionals with digital age skills through our acclaimed 30-day school model. These programs have trained thousands across Africa, and one of them, the US and beyond, in areas such as freelancing, HR tech, AI adoption, and virtual assistants, helping them build sustainable borderless career in the gig economy. Her career is also marked by high-level consulting and impact projects, including contributing to a $269,000 World Bank funded digital transformation study in Sierra Leone that assess the potential of digital skills and gig works to drive youth and women employment. She has spoken on global stages, trained HR leaders across 85 plus countries, and consistently advocates for the future of work, freelancing, and technology adoption in emerging and advanced community. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, please welcome with me our speaker, Dr. Temitope Okese.
Thank you so much, Grace. Wow,
Ah,
thank you. No wonder you asked me.
before you speak, actually. Okay,
Okay,
so how
please.
did I meet Dr. Temitope? Okay, I attend one of the churches in Nigeria where we're encouraged to plan for the year. We're encouraged to write our goals for the year, and then you pray about it, but you take steps. So in 2024, I think it was 2023 December, I
Yeah.
stumbled on University of Freelancing. So I saw HR tech and freelancing. So I think I reached out, but I didn't put a lot of thoughts to it. So when we got to 31st December and this thing came again, I said, let me do this thing. Okay, let's bring out money. And then I was even like, because I wasn't very serious. Let me be very frank. I wasn't very serious. So I requested to pay twice. It was not that I couldn't afford the money, but it was a case of, in case I don't like it, I will.
You can leave
And it was
it.
even a time when I was going through some stuff. My friend was going through surgery and everything, but I still like from the first lecture, I became hooked, and that's set the pace for me for so many of the things I started. It was after that I went into project management fully. And see, when somebody is an HR person,
Wow.
And what
Mm.
this is telling us this evening, and for anyone that will be seeing this after today, is your background does not matter.
It
So
doesn't.
you don't have to have done engineering, don't have to have maybe done computer science. Wherever you are, if you're willing to grow, and age is not even a barrier. If you're
Yeah.
willing to grow, you can just pick it up, learn it, and learning has become actually easier. For me, I think learning has become easier than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me Dr. Temitope Okete.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
for joining.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you. Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
We're
for
honored
that.
to have you in the house.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the honor. Thank you for having me. And thank you for this powerful room that you have put together. Thank you for that introduction. I said, no wonder you asked me. Because do you have a summary? Like, you have a summary of this profile because this thing is long, But thank you. Thank you so much for the invite. Thank you for curating this conversation because I think this is one of the most powerful conversations we can have in our time. Conversations around technology, artificial intelligence, and for women. And also thank you to the other speaker, Miss Bumi. Thank you for that powerful session. After listening to you, I'm like, Kini Mofeso, meaning what else do I want to say? The other speaker has done justice. And then when Grace came on board, she just literally killed it and did the summary, So I honestly don't even know what else to say. But thank you, Grace, once again. For being a part of the University of Freelance, and thank you for being a part of the HR technology space. So I'm excited. I'm always excited, to connect with alumni, students, doing amazing stuff, and everybody here, thank you for joining. I'm not going to waste your time because I feel like, great conversation has already happened today. And if you don't pick anything from everything that has been said, there's nothing I'm going to say that is going to be that deep. Because honestly, the conversation is what it is. It's about opening your mind, opening your eyes to the possibilities in this 21st century. This is 2026. We're no longer in 2024, not even 2025. The rate at which things are shifting, changing, is mind blowing, really mind blowing. So, I like to start my sessions very quickly with this assessment, and I just want you to determine where you fall in the category. And this is especially for women. I do it for women because when we talk about artificial intelligence or technology, or the conversation of today, which is how tech is really shaping the future of global workforce, for women of color, we always think at the back of our mind that we're talking about people with tech backgrounds, just like Grace said, like I have to have the engineering background. We're talking about people in core tech. Let me share my story and then I go ahead, to the few points that I have. My background really, honestly, is operations and administration. I started as an executive assistant to CEOs. That's how I started. But I've always had passion for the human resources space. So on the side, I was an HR assistant. You know how in Nigerian organization, you're like four in one. You are the HR assistant, you are the HR, you are the EA, the PA to the boss. You are also the front desk. You are the all in all. That was how I started. But in the midst of multitasking and doing many things, I found out that my passion was in HR, human resources space, talent acquisition, talent development, recruiting, trainings, development, and all of that. And then it became a thing where everybody was pivoting into tech. Everybody was talking about technology. Of course, I love the tools that I could use at that level, but I just felt like I needed to also pivot. Especially at that time, it was Scrum that was reigning. So I packed all my money that year. It was about $3,000. I'll never forget. And I put it together. I went to learn. So I paid a coach who was in the United States at that time. It was a 4-month training to become a Scrum Master, Agile coach, and business analysis. I learned all of that. And after some time, when I was done, we were top two in that training, that cohort. The first person already got a job about $120,000, because she was living in the United States. I was in Lagos. And then there was me. I tried some jobs. I tried to do some interviews once they hear that I was in Nigeria at that level. They were not really willing to sponsor. And I tried some Nigerian organization. Scrum was not really a thing for Nigerian organization at that time. The few companies I interviewed with, they were talking about salaries in Naira. Fair enough, that's okay. I was already earning in dollars at that time through freelancing and consulting globally. But then the people that were the HRs doing the recruitment, it seemed like I was earning more than them. as at the level that I was. So there was no way they were going to pay me for what I was coming on board to do. So I just knew that, you know what, this thing I'm looking for is not outside, it's actually within. And I'd already revamped my LinkedIn page. You know how you guys do it too now. You just learned a new skill. They tell you that go and pack all your transferable skills or go and revamp your CV, change everything to the new skill. I had done that as an HR. I knew better. But I knew that this path, this is not the path for me in this season. With the way the whole thing was going, what I was looking for, I thought it was outside. And what was I looking for? Technology, artificial intelligence. I wanted to be in that space where we're talking tech, we're doing tech, we're working tech, we're dreaming tech. How do we do this? And I figured that in the human resources space, there is nothing like HR technology that I'm aware of. How are we using technology as HRs apart from the basic tools that are available online? How are HRs or organizations, with the department of HR using AI in their companies? How are we integrating into the day-to-day operations? And that was when I knew that I needed to do something about it. I found courses online, I couldn't find any, and I said, I'm going to pioneer this. And that was how I created a program called the HR Technology Program, the HR Technology Bootcamp or the HR Technology course, which is now the 30 days HR Tech, HR Technology Program. And that was what I started. That's what Grace was saying she was a part of. And what I found out, after doing that was a lot of people were like me. They wanted to know about artificial intelligence as it relates to HR or to their field. They wanted to know what technology is doing in their space, what the future of work is in their career. But it felt like they were just all over the place. And what I did was to integrate it. Now, that is a model for anybody. You don't have to be in HR. It just means that that is the future. What I had done then, thank God I did it because it became the foundation of all the work that I now do. In fact, I moved to the United States on a talent visa on the premise of these things. They became my portfolio, the things I did. The visa is called the Extraordinary Ability Visa. It's given to people who had done amazing things. They're top 1% in their field. And that's because I took time to say, what is that thing? What is that difference I can bring into my field using technology? So I'm not saying you should reinvent the wheel today. You already heard what Ms. Bumi said. I'm not trying to coach you on how to work from home, even though that's my expertise. Remote working, freelancing. That's why I have a university called University of Freelancing. I'm a top 1% freelancer on the largest freelancing platform. That's not the conversation of today. I'm not going to talk about that. But leveraging on technology to level up your work as a woman of color. Now, there are 5 types of women here, to be honest, as it relates to technology. And I want you to do the assessment. And, after the assessment, that should be done. Number one, you are a waiter. There are women who are waiters when it comes to technology or artificial intelligence. What do I mean by that? Waiters, and this is 5 W's. The assessment is going to go through the same route. 5 W's. The number one W is waiters. 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 These are people who are waiting for the future of work to arrive. Because we call it the future. So it seems like, okay, it's still coming. I still have more time. You're waiting for the future to arrive. You believe it is too early. Tech is too complicated. Somebody else will figure it out for me. My company, we have an IT department. It's none of my business. So you delay in learning new tools. You delay in exploring new opportunities. You postpone your curation or your involvement in something new in your organization, in your business. The challenge is that the way technology is moving, whether you are ready or not, it is moving. As at last year, some of the things we were saying about the possibilities in AI is no longer the same thing we're saying. Oh, now we're talking about autonomous agents. Some people are still talking about ChatGPT, chatbot, where you have to chat and prompt an AI to do something for you. Now we're talking about Claude. We're talking about, Claude Code, Cloud Bot, things that can do things on their own, tools that can do things on their own without your involvement. You set the environment up and it's doing business for you, transacting, making sales, making content, doing videos, posting online, writing books, replying your emails, all at the same time, never resting. We're at that pace, so you cannot afford to be a waiter. The second category of people that might be listening to me right now is the watchers. You are different from the waiters. You are watching. These are people who are observing the AI wave. They know it is here. They are not like the waiters thinking it is so coming. These ones, they are seeing it. In fact, you are curious. You read about AI. It's just that you watch other people. You watch what they are doing. Your excuse is, I am still learning. But you are watching. You are observing. You are still on the sideline. Observation is good, but observation does not create opportunity for you. I was having a training. I was at the University of Houston last year, and I was speaking with some of this undergrad. And you would think that this is just a Nigerian thing. It's not just a Nigerian thing. I was speaking with them about artificial intelligence. They were MBA students, and I was talking to them about artificial intelligence and all of that. And I realized I needed to bring this conversation home. So I had a webinar online, and I started with the word data. And I asked some of the people on the call who were from Nigeria that when I said data, now we're having a call, what do you think I was talking about? Now, I'm going to be sincere. You, from context, you can know I'm talking about a type of data, but just asking out of the thin air like that, what comes to mind is Wi-Fi, internet to an average Nigerian or an average African. When you say data, I need data. You're probably talking about internet access to Wi-Fi or access to be online. But we're talking about the other data, which is statistics, algorithm, numbers. You see what I'm saying? We are still at that level. Maybe not you. You are advanced. You are, it maybe not you, but that's the level a lot of women are in Nigeria. When you say data, the first thing that comes to their mind is internet access. And other people, secondary school student, college student here in other countries in the world, are already inventing stuff, creating solutions, building apps. You see what I'm saying? So whether we like it or not, we still have a lot of catching up to do. You cannot be among the watchers because of the pace. Observation is good, like I said. It's good that you are in the room, you are listening, but you must be a part of the conversation. You must be a part of the executors, because executors and execution is the name of the game. The third category of people, and this is one of the things that can help you as a woman of color bridge the gap between your location, your limitation, and access to opportunities, because these days they will judge you based on your location first. I agree. I've lost opportunities just because I was in Nigeria. And like I shared it with you guys, Scrum, business analysis. I lost those jobs because I was in Nigeria. They were not willing to sponsor. But I had to rise above that. But let's come back to the W's. The third category of women listening or that might listen to this as it relates to AI, technology, how it is shaping the future of work, and your response to it. I call them the wailers. Wailers. Wailing, complainers. Wailers respond with fear. They focus on everything that might go wrong. It is how the AI is being used for scam they are thinking about. They worry about job loss. It is how AI can probably take their job, or how AI cannot take their job. They are the ones arguing online. I saw a guy frying chips or fries yesterday, and he was saying AI can take my job. How? Where? He was frying chips. We take pride in that. With the way AI is going and technology and robotics technology, you'll be shocked. How do you think they are doing it? You think we don't eat fries here too? How do you think they are doing it? So when you say AI cannot come for your job, it's a joke. I was just looking at the video and I was seeing the comment. He was doing fries. I think somewhere in Lagos, all these fries we buy on the road. And he saying AI cannot come for my job. Trust me, it already came. It's just the part of the world you live in that it's not there. So you worry about that disruption, the uncertainty. It is understandable when new technology appears. I get it. But that does not prepare you for the future that is already here. It doesn't put food on your table. You better get in the game. The fourth category of people are the wanderers. These are the people who are always exploring. You're always trying new tools. You're always experimenting. It seems good because at least you are even doing something. You're even executing. But that is also dissipating energy in multiple directions. What is your goal? What is the focus? Do you want to get a new job? You want to transition? You want to start your own business or an agency? You want to start working from home? What field? Today is cybersecurity. Tomorrow is project management. Next tomorrow you're back to business. Next week you want to do HR. You must make a decision. Being a multipreneur is good. I'm a multipreneur. In fact, I have frameworks around that. My IG name used to be Miss Multipreneur. I get it. But when it comes to gaining traction and building expertise, you must let one canoe sail first. Every other thing can support that. You cannot afford to dissipate energy in multiple directions. So your goal after this conversation is to make a decision among yourself. Call a meeting to say, what is that one thing that I want to focus on in this season? I want to build a core, build the foundation, grow here. That they call my name and they say, okay, this is our call, or one or two keywords comes to mind. Then every other thing are supporting. It's like when people call my name, trust me, there are about four keywords that comes to mind. You talk about HR tech, you talk about artificial intelligence, of course, you talk about freelancing, gig economy. Those three keywords are always running after me. But guess what? I built one first. Then I added the other. Then I added the other. So you don't want to be a wanderer, WANDERER, wandering all over the place. If not, the people you started with 5 years later, you go to their LinkedIn bio and you are seeing senior so 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 and so, head of so 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 and so, expert in so 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 and so, and you are wondering, expert BT Bawo, we just started. No, you didn't just you started, but you are not on the same path. You were busy jumping from skill to skill. So you must identify. Avoid the shining object syndrome. This is what is raining now. This is the new tool. No. Which one is relevant to you? Which one is relevant to the path that you're building, to the future you anticipate? Where are the opportunities? You are intentional about the growth. Last but not the least, don't get me wrong, you must explore. That's how we all grow. Exploration just has to be intentional, okay? And it has to be in the right direction. Last but not the least, I call them the winners or the warriors. You see, these ones, it doesn't mean they're perfect. Some of us have been there, done that. These are the groups, these are the people who take action. They choose to learn, they choose to experiment, they are building skills, they are using technology to create opportunities for themselves instead of waiting for them. They are seeing AI as a tool, not as a threat. They are saying that, see, number one, I'm going to stay curious. Number two, I'm going to start experimenting with this technology in my field. I'm a medical doctor. What is the technology and AI revolution and disruption in my field that I must be a part of? There's no need to be scared. Start from scratch. They are using technology to amplify their skills and their ideas because the room you are getting into or that you anticipate to get into, those are going to be the differentiators. When people are talking, they are not looking at your color first. They are looking at what you are bringing to the table. We are no longer giving excuses based on the color of our skins or based on the location, the geographical location, in the world. No, we are coming on board with our skills and expertise. We are showing up and we are showing out. So your assignment is very simple. After this conversation, like I said, the main thing has already been said. I don't want to give you Maguire to perspire or anything. The conversation is simple. Number one, identify where you are among this category of people. Are you a waiter, a watcher, a wailer, a wanderer, or a winner, a warrior? When you make a decision, then you sit down. What is my next level? What does next level look like for me? What is my goal? Meaning, what am I trying to achieve in this 2020? Is it promotion? Is it a new job? Is it to pivot, to work from home, to start a business, to build a personal brand? Once you identify what your next level is, then do the gap analysis. Because this is how AI becomes relevant for you. What is the difference between that place you see and where you are right now? How can technology help me bridge that gap? This is where I see myself being by the end of the year. This is where I am currently. How do I leverage on technology or artificial intelligence to bridge that gap? Honestly, by the time you look at yourself in 6 months, in 4 months, in 2 months after creating this roadmap, you'll be shocked at the differences that your career would have experienced or your life would have experienced. And I'm really looking forward to the panel session so I'm able to take practical questions. But I'm just hoping that with this little addition that I've been able to add to the foundation and the solid conversation that already happened today, I hope somebody is able to start executing after this call. Thank you so much, Madam Grace, for bringing me on board once again. I really do appreciate the opportunity and everybody for being on the call. Well done. And I'm looking forward to connecting on LinkedIn. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Yes, 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 yes. Wow, wow.
it. Thank you.
Ah, so I was just like, learning, and learning. And see, we keep learning, and I'm glad we're doing this. And thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. When you hear people what they're doing, it's just encouraging. It's really, really encouraging. And I'm sure I'm requesting in advance for a time when we have something like this. It will be open because I want everybody should get to understand what technology is. Um, Sometimes, and I think I was like that too. Some years ago when you talk about technology, what comes to my mind is coding. Ah,
Yeah.
me that I'm not good in mathematics, coding, Bibawa and everything. Until I started. Thank God for when God positions you. Okay, I believe in God. When God positions you, when I moved to work in Abeokuta, I think it was actually during my master's that I got interested in working with youths and working in technology. Because then what actually prompted me was a lot of people don't want to work with Gen Z. And I just felt, no, I can work with them. And trust me, they're the best to work with. I find it easier to work with Gen Zs than work with baby boomers like myself because we are too old school sometimes. But and a lot of people around me will say, you don't think like people your age bracket. And for me, that's a good one. And when you find people who are not teenagers, who are not in the early 20s, people with families, people who are over 30, over 40, still wanting to, still being very relevant, I think that's a good one. That's a good one. And thank you so much. Thank you for finding your path, and thank you for taking your destiny into your hands with God, and then creating capacity for yourself, and making yourself relevant for everyone. Because
Thank
when
you.
you learn something, oh, it's good for you. But when you learn it to the point where you can give that learning out to train people either for free or for fee, that's another level. That's another level. Yes, you may earn from your training, but you are shining the light, and there's no way you'll be shining the light and you'll be in the darkness yourself. So well done, ladies. Thank you very much, Madam Bumi and Madam Timitokwe. Thank you very
Thank you.
much because of our time and because we don't have a lot of participation. I wanted us to have a panel discussion, but I think maybe what we'll just do is maybe I'll just give us a question that we'll talk about. That's Bumi will talk about it, you talk about it, and then maybe I'll talk about it. And then if there's any question, we'll take the question and then we'll wrap up. But I've enjoyed myself today. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed myself. Like, hey, when women are doing things, it's not just about women. I celebrate men too for all their achievements. It's just that um for a long time men dominated the tech world a lot. They dominated a lot of things. But now women are possible. And thank God for our parents who felt, though you're female, you need to go to school. Shout out to my dad in heaven. Because the gentleman will always say, growing up, you say education is the future. Education is the future. I don't have much education, but I want my children. So shout out for those who gave us opportunity, the husbands that didn't cut us short, the parents who gave us wings to fly. Shout out to them. God bless them. So I think I have a question, and I'll want to take responses from both of you for this question before if any other person has a question. So, how does a person who as you've told your stories, I like the fact that you didn't speak theoretically. You gave us your story, and when you tell your story, we can relate, and I'm really happy. How does a person who maybe is over 50, for example, and is not very versed in tech yet, but they're interested in getting into tech, not the coding part of it, but at least we know that the tech adjacent skills. How would you encourage the person to go about it? What steps do you think they should take? And just let us know how it can be, either male or female, and or anyone who is looking at, okay, you studied a particular course in university. For example, I studied English, and everybody speaks English, and the opportunities are not a lot. Can you please help us shine your light on, okay, what steps can we take? What courses can people take that can help them to transition properly into tech or any tech adjacent role? So I'll start with Bumi. Let me start with Bumi before we come to Temitope. Over to you. Hello. Oh, I hope she's there. Okay, let's have you, doctor, while we wait for Madame Bumi.
Awesome. So the question is, how do people who are above 50 or within that age range begin with technology, regardless of their field or their career path? And I think I mentioned a bit about that when I was doing my submission. The truth is, everything you do must be intentional, because there is a tendency, because of the noise out there is a tendency to want to be like other people, learn what they are learning, shining object syndrome. This is the tool. Everybody's using cloud. I must use cloud. Everybody's using ChatGPT. I must use it. No, there's something called the AI fluency. There is AI literacy. So we start with, in your field, what is AI doing? What is required? What is the disruption in your space? What is technology doing? Like I said, that's why I shared my story. I started with HR. What is the technological disruption in HR? How can we use AI for recruitment? Then I was working on a project with the World Bank, and sometimes we have 500 people applying for just one position for, African Development Bank or the World Bank or something. How can I use AI to help me not waste 2 weeks reviewing CVs of people who are not qualified? It was 8 years wasn't so much of a thing. Of course, it has started then.
Yeah.
But how can I use technology in my field, whether it's in setting appointments, in recruitment, in reviewing policies, in developing performance review? So you must think about your field, your space. As a doctor or as an accountant, what is AI doing in my field? That's number one. Number two, then how can I break it down to be fluent in those space? And the truth is, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to know everything. Start small, because that's why a lot of people also run away, because it feels like you have to learn coding. There are new, in fact, this is one of the questions one of my students asked then. I think cybersecurity, she just got into cybersecurity, and she was saying, see, the truth is, every day there are new certifications, there are new tools. How do we keep up? Where do we start from? And I said, it's because you see these things as work, as a chore. As a woman, when we cook, everything you are cooking today is not what you learned when you were growing up at home. You've had to learn new things. You see a recipe online, you're like, I need to give this a try. You see somebody make something and you Google it, how did they make this thing? Because it's part of you. So you must see learning as part of you also, not something overwhelming that they brought another one. No, you'll be excited. Oh, there's a new way to get it done. How better can we get these things done? Are they better to so? Number one is identify what is AI doing in your space, in your field. What is the disruption? And how can you begin to learn those things? Start with the little ones. Okay, how can I use the basic tools? Then from there, you can then begin to advance. That's what I would advise practically. Start small and then grow from there. But let it be from what is important, then you can begin to expand to other things that you're like, oh, well, they're nice to have, but start with must haves. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Identify what AI is doing in your field.
Yeah.
Are you a nurse? Identify what AI is doing. I like when Madame Bumi was talking, she talked about building a tech, and that's what I'm doing. So I just found that I became interested. For me, the passion came from the fact that I love people are looking for jobs, they can't get jobs. And over the years, even before I pivoted fully into HR, I started my career from customer service post NYC. And while I was doing that, I was doing very well. But very early in my career, I grew quickly, and then I will do recruitment, even though I was not an HR person then. And I'll see some CVs and I'll just have a good laugh. And people come for interview, they're talking, and you're wondering. So when I get home, I will always laugh. But with time, when I decided to say, okay, actually, I didn't get into HR because I got into HR because I noticed a few things were not right, and I felt, okay, this is not right. We can right the wrong, and then the passion picked up. I started learning, did this course online, on site, here and there, and there. The later I decided to do a master's in it because I just wanted to be. And with this, you find people, the days of hard copy CVs, you find people putting anointing oil. I've seen that before on their paper. And then they've come to submit it because they believe, aspire to vanguard to whatever. They put anointing. You can see the traces of the anointing oil. And I'll just be like, no, God is not stupid. God is not like you. You're not going to get the job. And then when it's time to do interview, people are taking time, people are saying some things that are not real. And I felt, okay, somebody should be able to bring this up. And that was the passion, that was the thing that made me to say, yes, let's create this. And a lot of things are going on, and I'm so excited that we're doing it. And I'm also happy that we have people here who are also like supporting this vision. So we're learning, we're learning, but we're equipping women, we're not disadvantaged in any way. If there's anything, trust me, women are wired to be very brilliant. Men don't have the kind of capacity we have with managing things. Men are always one-way traffic, no hand signal most of the time. It's a woman that will be making food, holding a baby, be on the phone, and will be doing everything concurrently. Try a man for that, he cannot do. And this is not saying, oh, women liberation. No. But we're just saying, as we're celebrating International Women's Month, we can be better than we are. We can be more. And it's not in looking for our right. It's in learning. It's in growth. It's in being very, very intentional. Um, Doctor mentioned it. I actually was typing it here. She said the different classes of people. Said they're waiters. People are waiting for things to happen. They're watchers. People are looking, okay. They're saying it's okay. Said they're wailers. Internet. Oh, it is the devil. It is antichrist. It is anti-devil. The wanderers, they're always here. Today, the cyber security. Tomorrow is digital marketing. But they're warriors. So people who are very deliberate. So the call to action for us today is, let us be very deliberate. And please check out Dr. Temitope online on LinkedIn. If you're not on LinkedIn, please make sure you're on LinkedIn. You cannot but be on LinkedIn. There are a lot of opportunities there. Please check out Bumiteru on LinkedIn and follow them. These are people who can mentor us. And Bumi said this several times that she's willing to mentor. So if you need a mentor, please feel free. And Dr. Temitope, I want to personally ask on behalf of people here today, if that you can please mentor some of our women, our ladies here. I'm personally asking on behalf, so that they can reach out to you. They will tell you that it's from this particular program today that they mentioned. So thank you very much to everyone who has made time out with the power issues in Nigeria today. Well, not today, but today's one has been very interesting. With the power issues, with commuting from work, with the excessive heat, we're here and we're listening. I want to say on behalf of every one of us, our Talent Expert Solutions, thank you for joining us. Thank you. You've made our day. Thank you. You've made our day. So um, don't forget, if you're not following Talent Expert, please follow Talent Expert on our social media platforms. On LinkedIn, we're spelled as Talent XPAT, not PERT. So Talent Expert. Um, let me put it here. Talent Expert Solutions. Okay, so please follow us. so that you know when we're having our next program. Please follow us. Please follow our speakers also. They will want to mentor you. They want to spend time. Just reach out to them. They have a lot to give. They have a lot to offer. So until we come your way again, I want to say thank you to the gentleman in our midst, Mr. Larry. Just thank you. It was like I found out it's women. I said no, it's everybody. And I hope you were able to, you have learned a thing or two, Mr. Larry. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Miss Tira. Thank you, Lolly Osh, my friend, my sister in the US. I want to connect you with Dr. Temitope. You guys are in the US together. People should be trumping together. And of course, thank you, Grace, for organizing this. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Happy International Women's Month. We're women, we're change makers. Let's keep doing wonderful things. Let's keep making changes, and God bless us all. Thank you very much. Have a good evening and bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Doctor.
much. Thank you. Bye. I appreciate
Thank
it. Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.